Good morning. This is John from the Springs Mennonite Church. I'm here again, about to finish up Proverbs, and today I want to look at Proverbs chapter 28 and verse 13. And here's what it says. People who conceal their sins will not prosper, but if they confess and turn from them, they will receive mercy. This passage flies in the face of what we see so often in our daily lives. People who conceal their sins will not prosper. Do you know someone who really isn't living the life God wants and is prospering or looks like it? I do. World's full of them. I think of Bernie Madoff. A few years ago was arrested for a Ponzi scheme. He made millions, lived lavishly, got people to invest millions and millions of dollars, and it was all fake. At least for 20 years, he perpetuated the myth that if you put your money in his investment place, you would make fabulous rewards. And for those who invested early, they did. A Ponzi scheme works on the basis of new investors. Their money actually goes to pay off the early investors. So as long as you keep getting new investors, the scheme holds up. You start slowing the new investment folks, and then you're in big trouble. And finally, his collapsed, and he went to jail. He's still there, I think. But he's one of the few who got caught. So when Proverbs says, people who conceal their sins will not prosper, it's really not talking about in this world. There are some in this world who will suffer. Might take them a long time, like Bernie Madoff, but most people, they sort of slide through. And in the end, they're still looking terrific. So what about the second part of this verse where it says, but if they confess and turn from them, they will receive mercy? I'm sure that Bernie Madoff was sorry after he got caught. In fact, I had an attorney friend of mine years ago that said, you know, John, the prisons are full of people who are sorry, but mainly sorry that they got caught. So what happens in the wording of this proverb? People who conceal their sins will not prosper, but those that confess will turn from them and will receive mercy. See, this proverb is talking about time. Doesn't say mercy from the judge. Doesn't say mercy from the people that got swindled. Doesn't say mercy from the people who got hurt. No, most of the time, those folks, they never confess their sins. They just live their lives and think everybody else is stupid. But yet, there's another world out there. See, you and I live in two worlds. We live in the one we can see, the physical world, and we live in the one that's harder to see, and that's the spiritual world. And the Bible's clear. There will be an accounting for the physical world. Now, a lot of preachers get on to and preach huge sermons about what that accounting looks like, how it happens, when it happens, and so on and so forth. I've never done that, simply because I never saw that Jesus did it, so I didn't think that's what I ought to do either. But I know it's there, and I refer to it. And I know that somehow life without God for eternity is a whole lot worse than any punishment you could have here on this earth. But yet it says those who do con- conceal their sins and take advantage of others, if they will confess them. If. It's a big if. Most will not. If they will confess them, then they'll see mercy and they'll have a different life. Now, hopefully, they will confess them before they leave this physical world. I had another attorney friend. His name was Otis. Otis always defended what were known as the scumbags in the county. He was known for the one that got those kinds of people off or tried to. And I talked to him once about that. And he was explaining to me how he was just providing a legal fee and so on and so on and so on. And I said, Otis, you're a great attorney. You really are. You can handle a lot of things. I said, but when you stand before God, your attorney skills aren't going to count for much. And we talked about that. I'd like to tell you he believed me and he changed his life, but I don't think he did. At least not long term. See, a lot of people think that they can get away with it, but you can't hide from God. Think about it. The God who made the universe, okay? He made the world. He made the universe. He made you and me. Do you really think you can hide something from him? Do you really think that this omnipotent, all-powerful, all-knowing, all-caring God can't see when you're doing something wrong? I mean, that's a little naive on our part, and it certainly is stupid. But nevertheless, a lot of people live exactly opposite of this passage. They believe that if they conceal things from others, they'll get away with it. And I hope that's not you. But at the same time, I hope you're honest with yourself. What are you concealing? Is there something in your life that you need to admit and say, boy, I'm wrong. I got to change. Regardless of how much trouble that is, regardless of how difficult that is there something in your life that you need to admit isn't the way God wants it? Well, the sooner you do that, the better off it's going to be. And the sooner you receive mercy and love from God. So I leave you with this passage. I'll read it one more time. People who conceal their sins will not prosper, but those that confess and turn from them, they will receive mercy. I hope the last part of this verse applies to your life if there's anything that the first part is there for. Take a good look. I'll do the same thing, and we'll see what we see. Thanks for listening. God bless you. Hope you have a great day. If you have a need or prayer concern, let us know. I'll do anything I can. The church will do anything we can to help meet your need as fast as we possibly can. Thanks for listening. God bless you. I'll see you again.